These are 20 mistakes dumb cruisers make when they enter their cabin, and number 18 will surprise you. Number 1. They unpack immediately without checking the bed. Most cruisers drop their bags and start hanging clothes before they've looked at a single inch of the mattress. Pull back those sheets first. Check the seams and corners. 30 seconds now saves you a miserable, itchy week. If something looks wrong, go to guest services before your suitcase is even open. Number 2. They ignore the air conditioning. They walk in, feel that it's cool enough, and move on. Big mistake. Crank the thermostat to its coldest setting the moment you arrive, then check back in 20 minutes. If the room hasn't dropped noticeably, report it now. Maintenance can fix it while you're at dinner. Wait until 2 a.m. and you're sweating until morning. Number 3. They trust the mini fridge items are free. That bottled water on the desk, not complimentary. Those snacks by the TV, not a welcome gift. Dumb cruisers crack one open, enjoy it, and then find a surprise charge on their final bill. Everything in that fridge and on that desk has a price tag, and it's usually a steep one. Some newer ships even use sensor-equipped fridges that can automatically charge your account the moment an item is removed, so don't assume moving something out of the way is harmless either. Read the label, check with your steward, and when in doubt, don't touch it. Number 4. They never introduce themselves to their cabin steward. They treat their steward like a ghost, someone who appears and disappears without interaction. Smart cruisers learn their steward's name on day 1. Dumb cruisers spend the whole week wondering why their requests never seem to happen. Number 5. They wait until night to ask for a mattress topper. Every cruise line keeps a tiny supply of foam pads and mattress toppers. By 8 p.m. on embarkation day, they're gone. Dumb cruisers think about it after dinner, ask too late, and spend 7 nights sleeping on what feels like a gym floor. Number 6. They flush whatever they want. Cruise ship toilets run on a vacuum system. Flushing a single wet wipe, even a flushable one, can clog plumbing for an entire section of the ship. Dumb cruisers find this out the hard way, and so do all their neighbors. Number 7. They skip the safe test. They lock their passport inside the safe on day 1 without testing it first. Then on day 3, the keypad dies. Now they're waiting hours for security to drill it open, missing a port stop and learning an expensive lesson. Test the safe while it's empty, always. Number 8. They leave their suitcases in the middle of the floor. All week they're stepping over bags, bumping into corners, and wondering why the cabin feels so cramped. The suitcases were designed to slide under the bed. Leave one open under there as a laundry drawer, instant space. Dumb cruisers never figure this out. Number 9. They open the balcony and hallway door at the same time. It feels like a nice cross breeze. What it actually creates is a wind tunnel. Papers fly off the desk, doors slam hard enough to wake the entire deck, and fingers get caught. Always keep one door closed. Number 10. They decorate their cabin door with tape. They want their door to stand out in a long hallway of identical doors. Fair enough. But they use tape, stickers, or command strips to hang decorations. Cruise lines charge damage fees for peeled paint and adhesive residue. The walls are metal. Magnets exist for a reason. Number 11. They don't document the room on arrival. They walk in, throw their bags down, and make themselves at home. Then on the last day, guest services claims there's a scratch on the furniture or a stain on the carpet. Without a photo or video taken before they unpacked, they have no proof. 10 seconds of footage on day 1 protects you all week. Number 12. They ignore the soap and shampoo dispensers. They hop in the shower, get fully wet, reach for the shampoo, and find it completely empty. Housekeeping doesn't always refill these between sailings. Check the dispensers the moment you walk in, fully clothed, so you can report it before you need it. Number 13. They connect to the ship's Wi-Fi at dinner. By the time they sit down for their first meal, hundreds of other passengers have already logged on and the network is starting to slow down. But the real damage happens on sea days, when thousands of people are lounging around with nothing to do but scroll. Mid-afternoon at sea is the worst time to try to get anything done online. Dumb cruisers connect whenever it's convenient and then spend the whole cruise blaming the ship for bad internet. Smart ones connect on embarkation afternoon before the crowd settles in, and save heavy usage for early morning or late at night, when congestion drops and speeds are at their best. Number 14. They ignore the noise before they unpack. The cabin feels fine when the ship is docked and quiet. That changes fast once you set sail. Dumb cruisers unpack everything, settle in, and only then notice the rattling connecting door, the bass thumping from the nightclub 2 decks below, or the constant hum of machinery from the engine room next door. Stand in the middle of the room and listen before you commit. If the noise is already intrusive while the ship is still at port, it's going to be unbearable at midnight. That's your window to request a cabin move before your suitcase is empty. Number 15. They leave valuables sitting out in plain sight. A watch on the nightstand, a wallet on the desk, cash left next to the TV. Cruise cabins are serviced by multiple staff members throughout the day, and your door is opened more often than you think. That's not an accusation, it's just reality. Use the safe for anything that matters. Passport, extra cash, jewelry, car keys. Dumb cruisers treat their cabin like their bedroom at home. It isn't. Number 16. They don't check their dining time or specialty bookings. They assume everything they booked months ago is correctly loaded into the system. It often isn't. Dining times get shifted, specialty restaurant reservations disappear, and shore excursion bookings occasionally vanish without explanation. Dumb cruisers discover this at 6 p.m. on the first night when they show up to the wrong restaurant at the wrong time and find no table waiting. Check the ship's app or the paperwork in your cabin the moment you arrive. Fix problems on embarkation day when guest services can still do something about it. Try on day 4 and your options shrink fast. Number 17. They don't test the shower before their first morning. They figure a shower is a shower. Then morning one arrives, they step in half asleep and realize the water pressure is a trickle, the drain is backing up, or the hot water takes 4 minutes to arrive. None of these are deal breakers, but all of them are fixable if you report them on day 1. Dumb cruisers assume everything works and find out the hard way that assumption was wrong. A 30-second test on embarkation afternoon saves you a cold, slow, soggy start to every morning that follows. Number 18. They pile everything onto the desk and leave it there all week. The desk becomes a dumping ground by day 2. Sunscreen, lanyards, tickets, leftover snacks, yesterday's hat, all of it stacked in a mess that gets worse every day. Cruise cabins are small. Clutter makes them feel half the size. Dumb cruisers live in the chaos and wonder why the cabin feels so stressful. Magnetic hooks on the walls, an over-the-door organizer in the bathroom, suitcases under the bed. These take 10 minutes to set up on day 1 and keep the cabin livable all week. Number 19. They don't request formal night pressing in time. They packed a suit or a dress for formal night, threw it in the suitcase, and figured they'd deal with it later. Later arrives. The outfit is a crumpled mess. They call housekeeping and find out pressing takes 24 hours, and formal night is tonight. Dumb cruisers wear a wrinkled outfit or skip the dinner entirely. The fix is simple. Hand the garment to your cabin steward on embarkation day and it comes back ready before you ever need it. Don't wait. There's no same-day rescue on a cruise ship. Number 20. They treat embarkation day like it's already vacation. They board the ship, grab a drink, head to the pool, and don't think about the cabin until everything is closed, the steward is off duty, and the problems they could have fixed in the first hour are now problems they're stuck with for the week. Embarkation day isn't the start of your relaxation. It's the most important 60 minutes of your entire cruise. Get the cabin sorted, meet your steward, report anything broken, request everything you need, and lock away your valuables. Do all of that first, then go enjoy the pool. The cruise doesn't get better by ignoring the details. It gets better because you handled them. What's the first mistake you've made walking into a cruise cabin? Drop it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.